we have an episode that is going to be incredibly practical and incredibly useful for your everyday English conversations.
And I'm Jax. And Elena, I love today's topic because it is so grounded in real life. Because every single day, every morning, every conversation with a friend or colleague, someone asks you, what happened yesterday? What did you do? How was your day? And being able to answer that naturally and fluently in English is such a fundamental skill.
Exactly. Today, we are talking about how to talk about yesterday in English. The vocabulary, the grammar, the phrases, the expressions, everything you need to describe what happened, how you felt, what went well, what went wrong, and everything in between, all in natural, confident, everyday English.
And what makes this topic so rich is that talking about yesterday touches so many different areas of English at once. You need the past tense, you need time expressions, you need vocabulary for activities, emotions, and reactions. You need to know how to sequence events. You need to be able to describe things that were planned and things that were unexpected. It is a complete English workout.
Let's start with the foundation, the grammar. When we talk about yesterday, we are almost always using the simple past tense. And the simple past tense is the workhorse of personal storytelling in English. It is the tense that carries the story of what happened, moment by moment, event by event.
I woke up early yesterday. She arrived at the office on time. He forgot his lunch at home. They finished the project just before the deadline. We had a really good conversation. In all of these, the simple past tells us that these events happened at a specific, completed time in the past, yesterday.
And forming the simple past is usually quite straightforward. For regular verbs, you add ed to the base form. Walk becomes walked, talk becomes talked, finish becomes finished, work becomes worked, cook becomes cooked, clean becomes cleaned. These follow the pattern reliably.
But, of course, English has irregular verbs, verbs that do not follow the ed pattern and simply have to be learned. Go becomes went, come becomes came, see becomes saw, have becomes had, get becomes got, buy becomes bought, eat becomes ate, sleep becomes slept, wake becomes woke, make becomes made, take becomes took, tell becomes told. These are some of the most common and most important to know.
And in the negative, you use did not or didn't plus the base form of the verb. I didn't sleep well last night. She didn't have time for breakfast. He didn't go to the gym as planned. They didn't finish everything on their list. Didn't plus base verb. The verb goes back to its base form because did carries the past tense information.
And for questions, did plus the subject plus the base verb. Did you sleep well? Did she call you back? Did they manage to finish in time? Did he say anything important? Again, base verb after did because did already carries the past tense.
Now let's talk about time expressions. Because when you're telling someone about yesterday, you naturally want to sequence the events. You want to show what happened first, what happened next, what happened later. And English has a wonderful set of time expressions for exactly this.
Yesterday morning, to talk about the early part of the day. Yesterday afternoon, the middle of the day. Yesterday evening, the later part of the day. Last night, after dark before sleeping. The night before last, 2 nights ago. Earlier yesterday, before whatever you were currently describing.
And for sequencing events, first I did this, then I did that, after that, next, later, before that, at the same time, meanwhile, eventually, finally, in the end. These linking words and phrases are what turn a list of events into a proper story. They show the listener how the events connect and flow into each other.
Let me give you an example of a full yesterday story using these connectors naturally. Yesterday morning, I woke up at 6:30. First, I made coffee and had a quick breakfast. Then I got ready and left the house around 7:45. After that, I took the bus to work. I arrived a few minutes early for once, which felt great. Later in the morning, I had an important meeting that went really well. Then, at lunchtime, I met a friend at a nearby cafe.
Do you hear how the story flows? Each event connects to the next through time expressions and linking words. It does not feel like a list of separate sentences. It feels like a real, natural account of a real day. And that natural flow is what we are going for.
Now let's talk about how to describe different types of events that might have happened yesterday. Because a day is not just a list of activities. It is a mix of things you planned, things that surprised you, things that went well, things that went wrong, conversations you had, feelings you experienced.
And for planned activities that happened as expected, I had a meeting at 10 and it went smoothly. I went to the supermarket as I planned. I finished the report I had been working on. I met my friend for lunch as we arranged. These sentences are calm and matter of fact. They describe the expected course of events.
I went to the supermarket as I planned. I finished the report I had been working on. I met my friend for lunch as we arranged. These sentences are calm and matter of fact. They describe the expected course of events.
And notice those phrases: went really well, was a great success, managed to finish, was really pleased, had a wonderful time. These are the kinds of phrases that make your English sound natural and expressive, not just good, went really well, not just finished, managed to finish. The small additions make a big difference.
For things that went wrong or did not happen as planned. The bus was delayed and I arrived late. I spilled coffee all over my shirt just before the meeting. I forgot to send an important email and my colleague had to remind me. My laptop crashed and I lost an hour of work. The weather was terrible and I got completely soaked on the way home.
And for unexpected things that happened, out of nowhere, I ran into an old friend I hadn't seen in years. Something completely unexpected happened at work. I got a phone call that surprised me. I stumbled across something really interesting while I was walking home. All of a sudden, the whole plan changed.
Those phrases, out of nowhere, something unexpected happened, all of a sudden, these are the signals to the listener that what is coming in your story is a surprise. They create a little moment of suspense. The listener leans in because they know something interesting is about to happen.
Now let's talk about expressing emotions and reactions. Because a great story about yesterday is not just about what happened. It is about how you felt about what happened. And expressing feelings naturally is one of the hallmarks of truly fluent English.